138 kilograms of ecstasy, 89 kilograms of hashish, 4 kilograms of cocaine, 10,000 doses of LSD, and 48,000 euros in cash. All of it from his mother's bedroom. In 2015, police arrested teenage kingpin known online as Shiny Flakes for selling more than 4 million euros worth of narcotics. This is the story of Maximilian Schmidt. Hey, my name is Richard. If you're new here, I make videos about everything from Russian arms dealers to Asian opium kings and everything in between. If that's something you're into, feel free to subscribe. But for now, let's get into today's story. Maximilian Schmidt grew up in Leipzig, Germany. He was intelligent, polite, and quiet. He had a high school diploma and an interest in technology, but no direction for his future. Behind his calm nature was a fascination with computers and the hidden world of the internet. He spent hours studying encryption, Bitcoin, and the digital underworld. When the infamous Silk Road marketplace was taken down in 2013, Schmidt saw a gap. If one drug market could fall, another could rise. He decided, why not build his own darknet drug market? While others retreated after Silk Road collapsed, Maximilian began to work. He quit his small part-time job and spent nights at his computer learning how to host servers and build websites. From scratch, he created an online shop where customers could order drugs as easily as buying books. He called it Shiny Flakes. Unlike most dealers who use dark web forums, his shop had its own website visible both on the open web and on the hidden Tor network. He coded it himself, handled encryption personally, and created a Bitcoin system for anonymous payments. At first, there was no one else involved. He packaged every order himself, sealed it by hand, and mailed it through Deutsche Post. He lived with his mother, who had no idea that her son's bedroom had become the command center of a European drug operation. From a single desk in Leipzig, he did what international cartels couldn't: stay invisible. Every day, he packed small parcels of cocaine, MDMA, and LSD into envelopes and dropped them into normal mailboxes, among everyday letters. The scale of the operation grew astonishingly fast. Within 14 months, Shiny Flakes sold over 1 metric ton of drugs to customers across Europe. The total revenue exceeded 4 million euros. He even disguised his income as payments from a fake web design business. No one suspected anything. To Maximilian, he was not a criminal. He saw himself as an entrepreneur who had simply found a market that others were too afraid to enter. In his mind, he was meeting demand using technology. He called it logic, not crime. By 2014, Shiny Flakes had become a professional operation. It looked less like a crime ring and more like a tech startup. Maximilian worked like a disciplined employee. He was not chasing chaos, he was chasing perfection. Every click meant profit. There were no turf wars, no blood, just algorithms, orders, and untraceable coins. The media called it Amazon for drugs, but for him, it was just business. Shiny Flakes ran like an e-commerce company. Customers placed their orders, paid in Bitcoin, and received tracking numbers for larger shipments. He offered discreet delivery using fake names and return addresses. Products from LSD to prescription pills were all vacuum sealed to avoid detection and packed like ordinary mail. He avoided private addresses, using postal lockers and collection points instead. If a package was lost or seized, he sent a replacement, free of charge. He maintained digital security where it mattered, using encryption and dozens of burner phones, yet left some data unprotected on his drives. Every problem had a technical solution. His goal was to blend in, and for more than a year, he succeeded. But in early 2015, Maximilian's luck ran out. After dozens of flawless operations, one mistake exposed the entire Shiny Flakes network. It began with a package that didn't have enough postage. The parcel could not be delivered or returned since the listed sender address was fake. Postal workers opened it and found narcotics inside. They alerted the authorities. This was the first breadcrumb leading back to Leipzig. Soon, more undeliverable packages surfaced in regional postal centers. Investigators noticed a pattern and traced several parcels back to Leipzig. Surveillance teams were deployed, the police began monitoring postal drop points and automated parcel lockers across the city. By late February, detectives identified a pattern of nightly visits to one specific locker. Cameras captured a young man repeatedly dropping off multiple packages at the same location. Undercover officers made test purchases through the Shiny Flakes website. They ordered drugs, paid in Bitcoin, and waited. Within days, packages arrived, exactly as promised. Police intercepted them and confirmed their contents. Now they had evidence linking shipments to Maximilian. On February 26, 2015, police decided to act. They allowed one more delivery from his Dutch supplier to arrive first. That morning, a courier brought 25,000 ecstasy pills, 20 kilograms of hash, and 10,000 doses of LSD to Maximilian's apartment. As soon as the exchange ended, a SWAT team moved in. They stormed the quiet apartment building in Leipzig's Golis district and burst into the flat shared by Maximilian and his mother. The young man realized what was happening and ran for his bedroom, trying to delete files from his computers. He pulled cables and attempted to destroy hard drives, but the officers reached him before he could succeed. He was arrested on the spot. What police discovered inside shocked even veteran investigators. Floor to ceiling, shelves filled with bags of narcotics. Hash, cocaine, MDMA, LSD, methamphetamine, prescription pills, all labeled and stored like inventory in a warehouse. In total, police seized 320 kilograms of narcotics, one of the largest drug busts in German history. They also found 48,000 euros in cash hidden away, along with digital scales, vacuum sealers, and dozens of cell phones and SIM cards used in the operation. Schmidt's laptop was recovered with the Shiny Flakes site still logged in, and on it an Excel sheet cataloging thousands of customer orders and addresses completely unencrypted. It was a treasure of evidence. At a press conference, police called it a sensation. They revealed that a single 20-year-old had built a system so sophisticated it was being compared to Amazon. Throughout interrogation, Maximilian remained calm, almost emotionless. He said he simply sold what people wanted. To him, it was business, not crime. Facing overwhelming evidence, he confessed. The court agreed and sentenced him to 7 years under juvenile law due to his age. It was a lenient sentence for such a large operation, but in Germany, the justice system focused on rehabilitation over punishment for young offenders. Maximilian showed little remorse. He apologized only for the inconvenience caused to the postal service. His attitude left many observers unsettled. It was as if he still viewed himself as a tech entrepreneur whose startup had simply been shut down. Authorities launched thousands of follow-up investigations using his customer data. Buyers who believed they were anonymous suddenly found themselves tracked. The empire collapsed overnight. But even prison could not end Maximilian's obsession. After serving 2 years, he was released on probation in 2019. Soon after, he was accused of starting a new online platform named Candy Love, selling drugs once again. Even while under supervision, he reportedly used day release hours to continue his work. In 2023, Schmidt was convicted again. 4 years and 6 months in prison for running the platform and distributing narcotics. In late 2024, Germany's Federal Court of Justice overturned parts of that conviction, citing procedural issues in how the evidence was evaluated. The case was sent back to a lower court for re-examination, which means that today, Schmidt exists in a strange space. Not free, but not fully sentenced. I'm sure you'd like this one.